Hello. I wanted to do like a review, but not really a review, just me talking about this DVD that I bought of 8 days a week, the touring years, the Beatles. Yeah, I was really looking forward to this getting this thing because it was out in the cinemas I think a few months ago, and I didn't get to see it, and I wanted to go watch it, and so I waited for it to come out, and I was because my parents, especially my dad, I think both my parents actually are big fans of the Beatles as well, and so I wanted to watch it with them, and today I did. I was in the kitchen rolling a whole bunch of spring rolls for something, and had it on, and they were watching it and reminiscing about the Beatles and stuff as well. Yeah, it was good. I remember when I was a kid, when I was like 4 years old or something, my dad had this cassette tape of the Beatles. It was really cool. So good memories of that. I really like them. And plus, let's talk about this documentary. It's directed by Ron Howard, and it was just really well done. Like I love the fact that he because what happened was they've been wanting to make this documentary for 13 years. Like the producer, I think his name is Matthew White. I just saw him in an interview. Like he goes, they've been working on it for 13 years. They didn't plan it for it to be 13 years, but things just happen, and sometimes it just takes that long. They went through heaps of footage, heaps of stuff, and then went and got interviews and stuff with people, and like just imagine how much work there is. And then they got Ron Howard involved. And I think Ron Howard must be a fan because I feel like he's a fan because he also made that movie That Thing You Do. I think that was him directing it with Tom Hanks, and that's kind of very similar to the Beatles. Like it must have been inspired by them, I think. But yeah, Ron Howard was saying yeah he when he was looking at it, he was really interested in the human story of it, to pull out the human stuff, and he was like it's really exciting because he found like all these gems of wisdom and stuff in there, and also yeah, it's really cool. I really like it. Like I was just before I did this video, I just watched an interview with Ron Howard, Ringo Starr, and Paul McCartney, and Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr, they're just like so at ease with each other, and just you can just see the camaraderie and the friendship there. It's lasted all these years. It's fantastic. Yeah, I can't say enough good things about it. I think if you're a fan of the Beatles, I think you'll love it. If you're interested in the Beatles, I think you'll love it. If you're just interested in learning about people in general, I think it's very interesting because basically, Ron Howard was very specific. He saw the touring years, like I think 1962 to 64 or something, when the Beatles were touring around as like this massive adventure, and they just wanted to tell the story of that and try to capture the feeling of what it was like to be a fan in those days because I heard someone saying like there's been a lot of stuff on the Beatles before, but it's like after the fact, like you don't get the feeling of the real experience of what it was like at the time, like the phenomenon. And I really did feel like I got a more of an understanding from watching this. Also the disc two on it has like some extra special features, which was really well done as well. Like sometimes when I watch extra features, there's just like a pile and pile of stuff, like so much stuff to go through. And but this is like there's not like heaps and heaps of stuff, but everything that's there is like well edited and it's like interesting and stuff like that. So I really like this box set. I really enjoyed it. Also, I haven't even looked at it, but it comes with a little booklet with some pictures and stuff. Another thing, one of the comments that one of the guys said in the in on the in the documentaries was he was saying something like, "There's so many hundreds of pictures, probably more than hundreds, thousands of pictures taken of the Beatles, and there's never a bad shot." And he goes, "The reason why must because they're just having such a good time, like, and there's a real bond there and everything." Oh, I need to talk. I don't think it's a spoiler to talk about these things, but there's one thing I really liked about that I didn't know, and a lot of people didn't know, was like when they were touring America, I think for the first time. When they were going to the south part of America, there was segregation, and some places were like not letting white people and black people like, be together at the concert and stuff like that. And the Beatles thought that was crazy, and they were like, yeah, like if we don't want to play at any place that's segregating the audience and things like that. I thought that was really cool. Oh, and I want to say how Whoopi Goldberg is featured in this. Like they interview her, and it's awesome just hearing her say those the things that she does in this documentary. And her mum got her tickets to, even though they were really poor, she got her tickets to the Beatles concert. How awesome is that? It's like awesome, and you can just see how happy she is. So okay, I think okay. Oh, there's some cool pictures in here. Just pictures, which is awesome, and some stuff to read. Yeah, it's cool. I like it. So very awesome box set. So I think that's all for my review, even though it's basically just me raving about something I like. Beatles are awesome. I was thinking what my favorite Beatles song is. I'm probably going to say Across the Universe. Um, since I heard it from Chanel Cole in Australian Idol a few years ago. I really like that song. It's very nice, very magical. But also just stuff like mm, I'm not sure what it's called. My guitar gently weeps while my guitar gently weeps, which George Harrison wrote. I really like that song a lot. She Loves You. All of it's too hard to pick a good one. They're all good. All right, catch you guys later.